Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and welcome to the Perfect Timing Podcast Studios. My name is Perfect, and this is the Perfect Timing Podcast. Today, we got a couple hot episodes for you. Really quick, we're gonna beat you up with some good topics today. I got Kelsey Nicole, first interview, first time. This is Kelsey Nicole, Tory Lanez. We talking about when we talk about Kelsey Nicole. We're talking about Tory Lanez. We're talking about academics, and we're talking about Meg Thee Stallion. Let's go.
Want me to tell my side of the story because it's going to reveal like things about you that is just like not right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um. So yeah.
So doesn't it bother you when I did see the clip where she's like, "Oh, you better speak up or you better say anything." Like
is that the one recently?
Yeah. It's like you
There's
don't
so
want
many
me to speak up, but
Right.
I feel that with the time that she did spend with you, and she knows of you, she knows that you are the type of individual that you don't.
Exactly, that
So
I don't
she
like
uses that to her advantage.
to her advantage.
She's a big girl. She's probably always looking down on people.
I totally agree with that. Not the big girl part, not the big girl part. The part about she knows my true character, so she knows like even though yes, if it comes down to it, whatever, I'm gonna handle my business.
Yeah.
I don't go out and seek drama. I'm not a confrontational person, but if it has to be that, then that's what it is. But I would prefer to not have to go there. You know what I'm saying? And these are things that, she does know. I'm not that type of person. I'm not fixing to get on the internet and do all that.
Now, again, I don't want to, I prefer not to get too into detail about those types of things. But I did want to ask, is that night, the infamous night, the night that you actually found out about the betrayal?
It's crazy. Yeah, it is. It is. To my knowledge, shit. Other than that, like shit, she was 100.
Yeah.
To my.
So I don't know how many people have been following the story, but I've been following the story since the case. And a lot of people, when you speculate as to what took place, one of the first questions you're going to do when you do an investigative reporting is you have to speculate as to why. Why did the fight occur? Why did all of this ensue? I would ask, if I'm an investigating officer, why was the gun present? Why was the gun even introduced into the altercation? A lot of people say alcohol, right? But they don't really interject alcohol, because if you interject alcohol, which will come up later in the video, then you have to talk about the addiction to alcohol, and then the ramifications or the downstream effects of an addiction of alcohol, which is not being able to remember, which is passing out, which is blacking out, which is acting erratically, not behaving in a normal fashion. So I don't hear a lot of discussion about the alcohol being interjected, but it will come up. But let's keep going with the video.
She had been betraying me or whatever. And of course, it's like, damn, why it had to come out like this? Like, you should be able to come to me and say this. That way we can laugh in these niggas' faces, not these niggas laughing at us.
Supposed to be on the same team.
Right, exactly. And so, but for me, it's never about like, I'm not fixing to fall out with nobody behind no guy.
Yeah.
That's like the last thing. You know what I'm saying? But of course, there are principles. And of course, when you are this tight with somebody, we should never have to do that to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I did find out that night. Yeah.
Now, the pain that had to cause in your life, and you've mentioned it earlier, being able to trust again. Like we got into it, right? This is your best friend. Now you're out in the world, and it's like, okay, well, this person wants to be your friend. They're trying to, like, you could see yourself, it might be 5 years down the line where I find out that you're not this person. How tough has that been for you in your life, letting people in?
Honestly, since that night, I've isolated myself completely. And I don't know if I've isolated myself. Sometimes you can self-sabotage, right?
Yeah.
If you stay in isolation too long. I I've completely isolated myself and took myself out of environments that I normally would be in because I don't trust and because of the fear of, you know, the betrayal. Like it put me in a very dark space. And a lot of people don't know that because I guess if you don't share it on social media, it don't happen. Or
Yeah.
if you don't express it on social media, you're not going through nothing. If I post a picture tomorrow smiling, they just think, oh, how Kelsey's just so happy. How are you happy through all of this?
So careless.
But you don't know, like.
What y'all think? I think that's a cop out, because what you're explaining is something very familiar to the community which you're from and your audience. You're talking about trauma. We're all dealing with trauma from our community, unfortunately. And you're talking about post-traumatic stress disorder and trauma as it relates to a gunshot and a shooting and a gunshot wound and a gunshot victim. So what took place that night, which is very understanding that we all can relate to, unfortunately, which relate to what you're going through, Kelsey. We can relate to the betrayal. Your best friend slept with your man. That's traumatic. That was trauma. That was traumatic. That was shocking and jarring to deal with that. The way you found out at a party with a celebrity, right? Then there's a complete fight and breakdown to the relationship as a result to you finding out that information. You get into a physical altercation with your best friend of years. You guys have ascended together to popularity, fame, and wealth, and it's all breaking down. So now you have trauma as it relates, not just physical trauma as injury from the altercation with your best friend, but there's mental trauma as it relates to that jarring information of what she did and betrayed you. You're saying, we can see it on your face right now, how she betrayed you. You get into a physical altercation with her because she betrayed you. As a result, you have physical trauma and mental trauma to cap off as a mea culpa to that night. This woman who you get into an altercation with because of her betrayal is shot. That is why we're here, because that shooting has been in question since that night. And now we're finding out more. So there is trauma as it relates on multiple levels, Kelsey. We get it. We're here for it. Keep going.
I guess if you don't share it on social media, it don't happen. Or if you don't express it on social media, you're not going through nothing. If I post a picture tomorrow smiling, they just think, oh, how Kelsey's just so happy. How are you happy through all of this?
So careless.
But you don't know, like behind closed doors, I really go through shit. So yeah, I definitely have a fear of meeting new people, letting people into my space because I don't know what their motive is. And yeah, there's times I'm like, damn, I wish I had me a circle of friends that I can just go, let's go have some wine, let's go do something, but I don't.
Tori is in prison. Tori is in prison. Tori's children can't see him. She talking about, I wish I had a circle of friends where I can go get some wine and decompress, decompartmentalize what's happened, deal with all of the trauma we just listed that she is dealing with. Tori is dealing with, compounded by the fact of a 10-year sentence. Are you serious? Let's keep going.
It's hard. It's hard to make those connections. And there might be genuine people that really want to get to know Kelsey and be my friend and genuinely
good for you,
want good for me. But I don't know that because of the fear of, just the betrayal that I pushed those people out.
Yeah.
What about the fear men have for supporting Tory Lanez? There's a real fear associated with supporting Tory Lanez as it relates to your platform, as it relates to your marketability, as it relates to your wallet and pocketbook, i.e. Drake putting out recently tweets supporting Tory Lanez appeal efforts. There is cost associated. There's cost associated as she talks about the pain and the anguish of being her friend, how difficult it is for her friends, how difficult it is to be her friend. Think about how difficult it is just for a person who doesn't even know Tory Lanez, as just a man who is concerned about the way that men are treated in relationships in America or in Canada, for that matter. There's a cost with supporting Tory Lanez. Shout out to Drake. Let's get back to the video.
Giving
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
that power again.
Exactly.
hurt
So I've definitely been inside.
Has that affected your drinking too?
The drinking, I don't
Because
that night
shit,
affected my drinking.
right.
And I say that because I learned that shit is the devil.
What?
I'm for real. Like,
Damn.
No,
I'm serious. I mean, if you know how to, there was a time where we was turning up.
Right.
Y'all knew us as the hot girls, drive the boat.
Oh yeah, drive the boat.
We was pushing that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to a point where alcohol, takes over and you become a different person, it's time to let that shit go. Everybody's lives that night changed. So I don't even understand how you could still
have a
drink.
taste for that.
Now, again, some people said this interview didn't reveal anything, that Kelsey didn't say anything, but I'm hearing a lot. This is why I picked this excerpt from the video. You tell me in the comment section, what are you hearing? She said, I'm no longer drinking because when you drink, it's the devil. They call alcohol spirits. And when you drink, you become a different person. It sounds like to me she wants to be exonerated. She's already been given immunity by the state, but she wants to be exonerated on a different level. I think she had a different motive for doing this interview. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I think she's looking for absorption so that she can garner sympathy for you to receive that. We talked about karma in the shorts. We talked about generosity in the shorts. Well, it's so important that whatever you give out in the world, you must understand that you will get back greatly multiplied. Kelsey is dealing with that right now. Why do you think she doesn't have a quality friend group? If Kelsey was completely innocent, completely clean hands, then she would have a healthy support group right now in that room. Everywhere she goes, letting her know, girl, you did the right thing on the stand. You did the right thing by Tory Lanez. She don't feel like that. I can see she's conflicted. Y'all let me know in the comments. Let's keep going, man. I think a lot has been revealed in this interview. A lot of people said the interview admits to you that she had a problem with alcohol and that she would become a different person. As a prosecutor, as an officer, this is lending me to believe that that night she may not have acted as a citizen should be acting in that situation, and she may be culpable and liable in some way. Come on now, let's keep going.
Have a taste for it, want to get drunk, any of that.
And then boom, another story. Now you got Whack 100, who is infamous for always putting some storyline about somebody out there. Now you have him saying, well, there's a video that's out there, and the video shows this, and it shows that. What do you have to say about that specific instance?
When he said that many times, but I think he recently said that. When was that, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And he said it's going to come out in a few days. Where's the video? Where's the video? And hopefully there is a video, because guess what that's going to do? Clear the fuck out of my name. Shit, I wish there was a video. I'm sure there was a video. I'm positive there was a video. There had to have been one. How you're in LA, you're in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Around rich ass, in a rich ass neighborhood.
Yeah.
Nobody got the footage. You know what I'm saying? So I hope a video does come out. Until then, like, shit, leave me the fuck alone. Because I don't know what y'all saying. Y'all saying the video what's this video supposed to show? It's gonna show the real. And it's gonna make people feel bad for me for real. Because they gonna see. You know what I'm saying? But shit, with the way AI and all that shit is set up.
Remember, and again, I'm gonna let this play, but remember when I told you about Fannie Willis, where I say sometime in our community, people act like no one else can see them. and no one else is watching. And it's like, I've seen people tell lies before. And when she does a false positive and she says, what's this video supposed to show? Implying as if she doesn't know, that implies guilt. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Now let's listen to the rest and I'm gonna come right back.
Oh man.
right.
I'd be like, motherfucker, if y'all AI generate, if that's even possible.
Yeah, nah, I'd be thinking about that all the time.
Yeah, you said it.
That
telling you,
shit's
yeah.
crazy.
It's wild.
It's dangerous. You
It's
can
wild.
literally create a conversation with somebody's voice
Yeah,
and make them say something that they didn't really say, and it sounds like you.
yeah.
So now she's trying to absolve herself again. A lot of people said the interview did not give up anything. I'm telling you, you didn't know what to listen to. So again, she's looking for absorption again via AI, right? Via AI. And again, I told you earlier, she's looking to be absolved from these multiple character flaws and decisions that she made that would intimate poor character so she can garner a healthy friend group. Because any healthy person would look at the actions that Kelsey took, separated from Megan Thee Stallion, and think, do I want to be this person's friend? And do I want to support her in this time? Absolving herself from the video. She's number one, she acknowledged the video's existence, and then quickly after acknowledging the video's existence, she absolved herself from any culpability in the video, mea culpa, by saying, hey, AI can do this and AI can do that. Let's go back to the video and keep going. I'm uncovering jewel after jewel.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we live in a different world now.
it's dangerous.
But it's definitely different.
But I understand that. Of course, it shit like that bothers me. But I also understand that people gotta keep their algorithm going, and they gotta stay in the headlines and shit like that. So it is what it is. I know the truth. Everybody involved knows the truth, and that's just what it is.
Now let's get to the light.
Hey.
The love?
The light. The light.
Oh, the light.
The light. Let's get to the light. Let's walk into the light a little bit over here. You heard? You speak about, and we've spoken about best friends.
Mhm.
Fortunately for you, throughout this entire process, you actually were able to find a best friend. You have a child.
Hey.
I believe you're happily married now.
You know what's crazy? I'm not married,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
I don't mind people saying.
Okay, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Kelsey Nicole speaks out for the first time. Thank you for watching and reacting with me here at the Perfect Timing Podcast. I need you guys to do what I always ask you to do, and I appreciate when you do it for me. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. It's very important also that when you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, because of the style and format of the channel. You don't want to miss out when we drop new breaking news. You won't know when it's going to drop, because I don't know when things happen. We are dropping news as it occurs on the fly. We are dropping information as it occurs on the fly. So I need you not only to subscribe, but hit the notification bell so you are with me every time I have breaking information on a bunch of the stories that we are all following together. This is just one of those stories that we are following together. The Tory Lanez story, as I said before, Tory Lanez is currently got his appeal accepted by the court. So the courts are looking at Tory Lanez's appeal at the time of this video and at the time of Kelsey Nicole's interview. I found a lot of jewels in the interview. To me, it seemed like Kelsey was looking for absorption. She's saying that she's having a tough time dealing with the trauma resulting from multiple layers of what took place that night. We said that she's dealing with mental trauma because it was jarring for her to find out at that night at a celebrity pool party that her best friend was sleeping with her celebrity boyfriend, Tory Lanez. That was jarring and traumatic for her, so much so that it resulted in a physical altercation between her and that best friend. To compound the situation, so she suffers mental trauma from finding out the cheating, the deceit, the trust broken, the solicit